York police were on strike to take block by people. Norton couldn't even get into the stadium. It was pure bedlam. Just to get the fight on was a whole scenario in itself. But here they are looking at each other. They're psyching each other, but Norton really doesn't care. He won one, he lost one, and now he's out to get the heavyweight championship of the world from Muhammad Ali.
Arthur Mercante is the referee. And we are about ready, and we are underway in round one at Yankee Stadium. The challenger Ken Norton on the left, the champion Muhammad Ali on the right in the white trunks.
Ali windmilling with his right hand, a tactic he has used from time to time in his past to intimidate the challenger Ken Norton. Ken Norton knows where his business is at. Twice they have fought. The first time he fractured Ali's jaw, it was all Ken Norton. A fat and flabby and overconfident Muhammad Ali got surprised and stung and lost for the second time in his career. At that time, he weighed 221. Many years have gone by. Ali is now back to 221, but it's a different 221. It's a normal and satisfying 221 at his age. He's trained hard for this fight. In the second fight, Muhammad Ali took the early rounds. The first 5 rounds were all Muhammad Ali until Ken Norton caught up. And it took a big 12th round by Ali to save himself in a split decision. Now, Ali is the heavyweight champion. He's got confidence. He is the king of the hill. And Ken Norton has got to come take it back. Look at the stance on Ali. He spread his legs wide. That's his quick punching stance. He's ready to outpunch Ken Norton. Ken Norton has got that same style that has befuddled and confused Muhammad Ali through his 2 earlier fights.
We must remember, Ferdy, that the last time they fought was 1973. The 2 fights they had in March of September. Norton winning the first one when he broke Ali's jaw. Then Ali coming back, trying to regain the title, which he has since done by beating George Foreman in 1974 in Africa, knocking him out in 8 rounds. And, of course, the great thriller in Manila that Ali beat Joe Frazier to retain the title. He has had, Ali, 11 fights since the Norton fight in 1973. This is a different Ali, a more confident. He is now the champion, and he is accustomed to being the champion as he was for the first time back in 1964 when he stunned the boxing world, beating Sonny Liston and knocking him out in Miami Beach, Florida.
Yeah, the difference here is that he is not jumping on top of Ken Norton and floating along and taking the first round. They're sort of having an even round here. Ken Norton, oh, look at Arthur Mercante, very capable. He has studied Ali film. He knows that Ali has beaten many an opponent by grabbing him behind the neck and pulling him to him just as he starts his attack. He did it to Joe Frazier in the second fight in Madison Square Garden. He did it to Ken Norton in both fights. And Arthur Mercante's having none of it as we come to 30 seconds left in the round. This still has been an even round. Neither one of them has shown a particularly lot of energy in this feeling out round.
Ali at 221 pounds. Remember, he's only lost 2. He's won 51, 37 of those by KO. Norton 37 and 3 and 30 KOs. As we are now under 10 seconds, and Arthur Mercante separates the 2 fighters as Ali holds at the end of round 1. As Ali is windmilling his fist, saying, "I'm after you, Ken Norton." Norton in the dark trunks, Ali in white, with the black stripe down the side. It is at Yankee Stadium, better than 35,000 on hand. One of the great stadiums for boxing, some of the great fights of the past. Louis Kahn, to mention one.
I must say, Kenny Norton has a reputation for being psyched out by several fighters, George Foreman, several people that he has fought. But in all of his career, I think Ken Norton never fought better and is never fighting better than tonight against Muhammad Ali. He simply owns Ali psychologically. He will not fall for any of Ali's jive. And all Ali does it anyway because he's having a great time doing all that. It doesn't affect Ken Norton at all. That was one of the really strong points of Ken Norton in the previous 2 fights. He didn't fall for anything Ali told him. He followed almost Joe Frazier and Yank Durham's, the late Yank Durham's, fight plan against Ali. Listen to nothing, look at nothing, keep right on coming. Just look at his chin and keep coming in. Don't go for any jive. I must say, Arthur Mercante is very, very active in this fight. You have seen him almost as much as the 2 fighters, and he apparently feels he regards. Oh, look at the little funny stuff he's doing. Ali's doing that to show that the last punch didn't hurt.
This is the Ali shuffle that perhaps could be termed the Ali wiggle.
Or the Ali wobble. It depends on what.
We're in round 2. It is scheduled for 15. And Arthur Mercante warning the champion to stop holding and wrapping his glove around the back of the head of the challenger, Ken Norton, as Norton bangs away to the midsection and Ali covers up in sort of a peekaboo style a la Floyd Patterson of old.
That has worked for him so well, that rope-a-dope style with George Foreman in Africa, that he has adopted it as part of his fight plan. That idea, by the way, is to let the other fighter punch away and get tired and discouraged, because Muhammad Ali has one of the greatest bodies and one of the greatest capacity for taking punches that's ever been seen in the heavyweight division. He literally gives you his body. He gives you his kidneys. He says, punch away. Nothing is going to hurt me. After you've done that for several rounds, you become very discouraged. Although I must say, Ken Norton just doesn't go for it.
And the bell ending round 2. Well, we're getting ready to move into round 4. Round 3, much the same as rounds 1 and 2. Ali dancing and clowning and talking as the bell sounds for round 4.
The difference so far in the previous 2 fights, of course, is that in the first fight, Ken Norton had it all his way. In the second fight, Ali took the first 5 or 6 rounds by dancing on his tiptoes and moving spectacularly. This time, he's a little heavier. His stance is wide open. He wants to punch with Norton. He feels he can knock Norton out in 5 rounds. He has predicted that he can knock Norton out in 5 rounds.
He said it may last 1, but he will definitely go in 5.
Well, now you see Ali doing the heavy punching. When his legs are spread, he's trying to outspeed Norton with hand speed. Norton's hard to hit. You see how he bends over that way? It's very hard. He crosses his glove in front of him. He drags his right foot in a sort of crab-like fashion, and it's very difficult. Oh, wow. Winging punch by Ken Norton that misses. Ali, unimpressed by the warnings of the referee, is still grabbing Norton by the back of the neck. It's a tactic he has developed. No referee in the world has been able to stop him since then. He just did it again. There it is. Mercanti has apparently gotten bored with warning him, because he's not warning him. He's just given up.
Well, you might recall that these fighters have gone 24 previous rounds, and except for the fractured jaw put on Ali by Norton, neither fighter has been down or really in serious trouble. So another slashing and wild right thrown by Kenny Norton, and Ali grabs and holds on once again as Mercanti pushes them apart in the center of the ring.
You have to remember, a lot of eventful things have happened to Muhammad Ali since that night when he took a split decision from Ken Norton in San Diego. He's had that rumble in the jungle with George Foreman. He's had the thrill in Manila, maybe the finest heavyweight fight I've ever seen or worked in. And after that fight, I don't think Ali has ever regained that form, because that was a beating that finished off both Joe Frazier and a lot of Muhammad Ali.
Well, that was a big question in New York press and from those around the world who were in appearance at Yankee Stadium were saying before this fight. It is all gone out of Ali. Can he still fight like he did against Joe Frazier in Manila? Can he still do what he did to Foreman in Africa?
He's had another problem. He's fought Inoki, the Japanese wrestler, who kicked him so much in the legs it filled the leg up with blood just in June 26th. And that has taken a lot out of Ali's legs, because he went to the hospital for a week after that just to drain the leg.
Well, the tempo about the same. Ali holding and grabbing, and Mercanti pushing him away as we wind down round 4 from Yankee Stadium. For the heavyweight championship of the world, Norton again up to the head and trying to pound to the lower midsection of Muhammad Ali. 13-12 seconds now. Ali gloves high, covering up. Norton trying to get under the gloves. Scores with a short uppercut. And Norton grabs now as round 4 comes to an end.
Action in the corner, because you see what makes Angelo Dundee a great corner man. He gave his instructions. He warned the referee. He's taking care of business every which way. And all during that time, curiously enough, Ali still standing and with his back to Angelo Dundee, although he hears everything that Angelo says.
Round 6, the opening seconds of round 6, and the pattern the same. Ken Norton, the aggressor, moving in on the champion. Flicking jabs, trying to punch inside, and Ali continuing to hold with the left hand wrapped around the back of the head of Ken Norton, the challenger from San Diego, California.
The warnings that Angelo puts into Arthur Mercanti keeps Mercanti watching and aware that Norton has used an open glove and that he's doing some rabbit punching. That is a tactic that Angelo Dundee uses. He's certainly a tremendous advantage in the corner. Ali has had him since the beginning of his career. He has saved Ali on a couple of occasions, but let us not lose sight of the fact that most of the fighting is done by Muhammad Ali, the greatest heavyweight of all times, as he proclaims himself, and as I agree with him, he is.
But he's not doing that much fighting here in round 6, Ferdy, because he just has been on the receiving end of successive scoring rights and shots to the body by Ken Norton.
He has not been impressive in the opening of his career.
Ali not even jabbing, just holding the left hand out, sticking it in the face of Ken Norton, but it's ineffective because you'll see Norton come back here and score.
Ali's looking for that right hand. There it goes. He's looking for the right hand. Curiously enough, he's doing a tactic that Sonny Liston did to him in Miami Beach when he won the title in 1964. Liston put out his jab and held it there, and Ali knocked him silly for it. Now he's doing it to Norton.
Well, Norton even got frustrated, him sticking the hand out. Instead of shooting his punch at Ali, he just swung at his left arm.
He swung at the arm. That's what his corner told him to do. If he sticks that hand out there, swing at the arm. Break it at the elbow if you have to. Easy to say, hard to do.
Well, so much at stake here, and two guys in there trying to win this title. Ali trying to retain it. Norton trying to take it away. The third meeting between these two.
And we wonder if Ali's got a plus with Angelo Dundee. Has Ken Norton got a minus by missing Eddie Futch, that sensational corner man that he's used in all of his fights?
Well, Yankee Stadium, better than 35. It's been a home of many champions, and another one, a great one. One of the best of all time, Muhammad Ali. Not looking that way right now as we move under 25 seconds in round 6.
And Ali certainly not showing the stuff that got him the championship in Africa and that got him through that war with Joe Frazier in Manila. He's just content to let Ken Norton punch himself out. Maybe that's a strike. That hurt Ali. That punch to the rib hurt Ali. Ali bent over. That might have broken his rib. That's the kind of punch that breaks a rib. Ali doesn't appear to be that hurt, but he sure bent over.
And the bell ending round 6. The fighters go back to their corners. Angelo Dundee through the ropes. Let's listen to Angelo.
Has not sat down as we begin round 7. He's not done anything either except a lot of showboating. It is now time to get down to work because this is his title, and he cannot wait for Ken Norton to get tired. It's time for him to get started. Ali has started the round as if he means business, but Ken Norton is right in front of him again.
It's at Yankee Stadium, Ferdy, and it's for, as you said, the World Championship. Neither fighter has been down. Neither fighter has been cut. And as you heard at the end of round 6, Angelo Dundee's words, quote, "You're blowing it, Muhammad. You're blowing it."
Muhammad Ali has a history of impressing. The Ali legend impresses the judges and the referee. But here in New York, I must say, it is a partisan Ali crowd. But there are a lot of people that think that Ali has gone over the hill after the Joe Frazier Manila fight. And Kenny Norton has just gotten stronger and bigger in the eyes of the public. Kenny is fighting like he knows he can win the title. Ali must start to sum up some of that championship quality and class that have made him such a great fighter. He's not done it up to now. Ken Norton pressing. Ali looking for that one good right hand. Angelo's told him, bring that uppercut up because Norton is bending into him. But Norton's hard to hit with an uppercut.
And remember, according to New York State Athletic Commission rules, it is a 10-point must system. All these punches count. The winner gets 10 points, the loser 9 points or less. And Norton at this time, as we are approaching the midway mark of round 7, Ken Norton scoring most of the points here in this 15-round scheduled heavyweight fight.
Muhammad Ali scores points on that defensive stance of his. He's picking those right hands. He's waiting for that right hand to come in over Norton's jab. But the way Norton's leaning over, it's very hard to hit him with right hands, as Ali learned in the 2 previous fights. I think of all the fighters he fought, Ali has had the most trouble with this man, Ken Norton. Not even Joe Frazier caused him the trouble that Ken Norton has caused him. Good series of punches by Ali. Not strong, but landing and building up points. That's how Ali steals these rounds, with these little flurries.
Well, measuring his opponent, Ali is, and looking for that right opening so he could stick it in there. But he takes a right, misses a big right by Ken Norton. That would have possibly done some damage to the chin of Muhammad Ali, the champion. Ali more active in this round, Ferdy, in round 7. Less than 30 seconds now.
He has to pick up the action. He has to start winning some rounds, or he'll be so hopelessly behind he'll need to knock out Ken Norton, something he hasn't been able to do in
another good right
fights.
Off the side of the face, the left side of the face of Ali.
Ali winning this round through his increase in activity as we come to the end of the round.
Less than 5 seconds now, and round 7 is history at Yankee Stadium. Stadium. The bell sounding for round 8 as Ken Norton, the challenger on the left, meeting the champion who greets him with a right to the head thrown by Ali. Incidentally, in between rounds there, FERDIE, Angelo Dundee extolling his fighter, telling Ali, Norton's all yours, he's all yours, he's ready to go. Push him back and then pop him.
And he was last told to throw a right-hand counter and a right-hand lead by Boudini Brown, and he just did that at the beginning of the round. Angelo Dundee very positive, exhorting him to come on, he's all yours, but as you can see, he's not all Ali's. Ali's got life and death on his hands tonight, and he is not able to put the combination of punches together that will hurt and keep Ken Norton off of him.
FERDIE, I must ask you a question at this point as we look at round 8 action. You were in the corner for better than 13, 14 years with Ali. Angelo gives him advice. Boudini gives him advice, or tries to at least. He shouts at him. What about you as Norton misses a wild right hand? What about you? You ever offer him advice? What do you say to him as his physician?
Most of the time, we're just supportive. We're trying to help out. There's only one voice in that corner. That's Angelo Dundee. That's as it should be. He is the voice of authority, and when he talks, believe me, you listen. So the rest of the corner
is an echo. It's an echo.
It is an echo, or is just a second assistant in surgery. You just don't say anything. You help Angelo any way you can, because it's a tremendous advantage to have an Angelo Dundee in your corner. You try to stay out of his way. As far as Ali is concerned, I've often said he only needs a mirror to come back to the corner and talk to. That's not exactly true. He needs Angelo Dundee to talk to, but he takes care of business himself.
Well, right now, he's not doing much talking and he's not doing much throwing because all of the punches are coming from the challenger, Ken Norton. Ali just standing flat-footed and then going back, leaning against the ropes, perhaps resting a little bit as Norton goes to the body, hitting the kidneys of Ali, trying to get through his gloves, and Ali now countering with a left and a right that scores to the head of Ken Norton. Less than a minute to go in round 8. It's scheduled for 15. There have been no knockdowns, and we are at Yankee Stadium in New York.
The difference between the rope-a-dope here and in Africa is that the rope-a-dope worked in Africa because he was powdering Foreman as he was coming in wide open. Ken Norton is not wide open. He's coming in jinking, he's dragging that leg, he's crossing the glove, he's leaning way over, and Ali is not able to powder him as he comes in.
Well put, and you see the folding of the arms by Ken Norton. Takes those arms, puts them up, sticks out the elbows. Very difficult to hit through that defense. Ali taking a right and a left and another left and a left to the body. Comes back Ali, and then Norton follows it up with a right that is blocked by the gloves of Ali, who holds on, and Arthur Mercanti, the referee, the very capable Arthur Mercanti, pushes the fighters away at the end of round 8. Well, you just saw there Ken Norton putting his own mouthpiece in, something a little bit unusual as the bell sounds for round 9. Scheduled for 15, FERDIE.
I got to think he misses Eddie Putz in that corner. He's got some capable people in there. Pat O'Grady, the father of the lightweight babyface Sean O'Grady, is an old, experienced ringman. Bossman Jones in the corner. But
now we see something new here, Ali. Here's Ali dancing as he did when he beat Norton in their second fight back in 1973. He was flat-footed the first time when Norton broke his jaw, and he was talking a lot when Norton shut his mouth, something not many people are able to do. Ali pedaling back and forth, dancing from side to side. This is the first time we've seen this movement by the champion, the master of the dance in the square arena of the ring.
And if you're wondering why he didn't do this in the first 5 rounds as he did in the second fight, let me just say it's 221 pounds he's backpedaling along. And let me say that a great deal of it was the fear that his leg was still weak from all of that drainage of blood that occurred when Inoki, the Japanese wrestler, kicked it incessantly for 15 rounds, is what many people felt was a foolish waste of Ali's talents to go over to Japan and match himself with a wrestler.
Well, despite it all, here's the champion back with 11 fights since he fought Norton and beat him in 73. And of course, that was a 12-round decision. And as I said earlier, Norton banging his gloves together.
He wants to fight. He wants to go back to what it was working for. This obviously is not working for him. And if Ali just pity-pats a little bit off of that, he's going to win the round. People are impressed by his fast footwork. What his trademark has been mobility, which robs you of punching power.
Oh, a good right hand by Ali. Tries to follow with another and misses and slips a little bit.
That's what I mean. A little bit of that fighting will win the round. And yet he has not taken any Norton blows, and Norton has been frustrated. This will be Ali's round, although really there's been virtually very little fighting.
Well, FERDIE, less than a minute to go, and Ali sort of choreographs a tempo here and a step that sort of takes away all the timing and the on-rushing and the balance of Ken Norton. Throws him completely off guard. You see the tempo of the fight changing here. You see Ali taking command and complete control here. His jab is effective. He misses that one, but he's been effective, and he's scoring with rights. And he's got Norton after him, and Norton, frustrated there, changes his step and is not able to plant that right foot like he likes to do, as he is right there as we move under 30 seconds in round 9.
And the problem, of course, is how much can he do this? Ali waited till this late to get started. Now,
a tremendous right makes Ali grab and hold on to Ken Norton in the neutral corner.
See, Ali can't do that for a full 3 minutes, nor can he do that for very long. This is not the young Ali anymore. This is the Ali, worn down and beaten down Ali by Joe Frazier in Manila, by Foreman in Africa, by Inoki in Tokyo.
And that is it for round 9 at Yankee Stadium. Well, there's the bell for round 10. We saw both fighters standing on their feet, refusing to use the stool in their corner. And FERDIE, I must ask you, back in round 6, Norton did a tremendous left pop to the ribs of Ali, who winced in pain. And I saw him standing, leaning on the ropes. Was in the corner any reference made or any complaints made by the champion about that shot?
Only right then, right after that fight, right after that round. Since then, he has not mentioned it. He has not talked about his rib. The preliminary examination showed nothing, of course, and he has not even bothered to comment on it again. So, naturally, in the corner, you don't bring it up. Our concern now is, can he carry that 221 pounds around the ring? Can he dance some more? Because he has to dance to maintain his title. Obviously, the other thing is not working. To stand and try to outpunch Norton is not working. Norton is outpunching him. Now, the fight is relatively even through 10 rounds. They've traded rounds back and forth. Ali has not landed anything so telling that it has stopped Norton in his relentless drive forward. Norton has not landed so many telling blows that he's slowed down Norton. He's slowed down Ali, so Ali and Norton are now exchanging.
Well, you made reference to the 221 pounds of Ali, but we must not let pass the fact as we go under a minute now here in round 10, that Norton at 217 and a half, he was 205 3 years ago, the time he lost his fight, his 12 rounder to Ali, so he is 3 years older, and he is approximately 12 and a half pounds heavier himself.
I think he's carrying his weight a little bit better than Ali was then, because Ali's weight had a dependency on his speed. That is to say, the more he weighed, the less he had speed, whereas Norton, weight just gave him punching power. Norton never moved fast anyway. All he was doing is punching hard.
Well, Norton missing there, and Ali grabbing. His referee Arthur Mercanti once again separates the fighters in the center of the ring. And Ali sticking out the jab and missing a right over the head as we move under 10 seconds now. Under 5, and round 10 goes into the books at Yankee Stadium. Back at Yankee Stadium, Bob Halloran and FERDIE PACHECO as the bell sounds to the start of round 11. And it is a close one. Muhammad Ali, the champion in the white trunks, the challenger Ken Norton in the dark trunks. And Ali going to the offensive here, and Norton comes back and connects with a right to the side of the face and the jaw of Muhammad Ali. Ali here studying his man. Norton trying to dig jabs into the midsection of Ali, trying to slow up the 221-pounder.
And the curious thing so far has been neither man has seen fit to sit down between rounds. They've both been standing up. I don't know what that means, except they're both so psyched up that they refuse to sit down and allow the other man the pleasure of seeing him get tired. Oh, Norton doing a silly thing there, trying with his head to duck Ali's punches, defying him.
And Ali taking advantage of the situation and scoring heavily here. Again scoring. Norton trying to bob and weave and using the ropes, banging his clubs, getting a little cocky, talking now to Ali, holding on to the ropes, and finally coming off the ropes and countering a little bit and still talking to Ali.
What a display of bravado and cockiness on Kenny's part. Ken Norton feels that he's got this fight won already, and he's playing around with it.
Ali doesn't like it. Ali's not talking, he's punching. Scores good with a left hand.
And while Kenny was doing that, he's blowing the
straight right. A straight right by Ali, another straight right. Norton comes back, feints with a left, and Ali connects again with a right. Another right, and with Norton missing with a wild right. and almost goes through the ropes with his fist.
Ali showing the pinpoint punching accuracy that has always highlighted his career. You give him a target and Ali will hit it. Kenny Norton's being very foolish to throw this round away. This fight is very close. He cannot afford to give away rounds here.
Well, it's a big round, FERDIE, for the champion Muhammad Ali. He's taking the offensive here, and he's taking the fight right to Norton. And perhaps maybe he's been told in his corner, or maybe he was told by Angelo that you got to pick up the pace. He's yours, like he was telling him easier. He's ready to go. Maybe Ali finally believes those words of, oh, a good straight right.
Straight right hands are landing on Kenny Norton.
Another one. And the crowd of better than 35,000 up on their feet. What a tremendous round here at Yankee Stadium.
Kenny wants to trade right hands with Ali. I can't believe it. That is the height of celebrity is blowing this round.
Well, a couple of good jabs. Another one stuck in the face and the chin of Ali.
That's not going to help him. Ali's hit him 100 times to his one here.
And a right cross that just grazes the chin, and Norton straightens him up with a jab. Another one, tries to follow with a right, puts his head into the chest of Ali and works away there, and Ali backs out from away from the ropes.
Ali looking to land that right hand. When he starts looking in like that, he's ready to throw a straight right.
And there it is. We're in round 11. There have been no knockdowns. There could be one before this is rounded over. The pace has been furious. A big right hand lands at the bell on the chin of Ali.
They're talking to each other, and Ali tries to punch him.
For round 12, we are at Yankee Stadium, famous Yankee Stadium, and the very famous Muhammad Ali, one of the best heavyweights of all time. Has he still got it left? Can he retain his heavyweight championship title once again here against the challenger, the formidable challenger, Ken Norton from San Diego, California, in the dark trunks? It's been a close one, FERDIE, all the way. It's probably still anybody's fight.
It's heating up as round 11 finished. Norton landed a bumping left hook on Ali's ribs. They exchanged words, and Ali flicked a punch at him. Luckily, Arthur Mercante was between them. There is absolutely no love lost now between these two men, and Ali senses his title is going away, slowly slipping away from him as Norton erodes his point advantage. Slowly, he's been working away, and many people feel he's now ahead.
All right, Ali just pushing back, and Norton still pursuing the champion. We are almost midway through round 12 at Yankee Stadium. Ali now, unlike the last round 11, flat-footed once again, not dancing, not moving like he was, alternating his strategy from round to round, and he takes a left and a good right and a couple of shots to the midsection thrown by the challenger. Another one looked a little bit low, and Ali covers up as he backs Norton backs him against the ropes. Another left thrown by the challenger. Another right misses, blocked, and he goes to the midsection, working to the kidneys, to the ribs. A very busy Ken Norton here in round 12.
And you can see Ali's paid the price for dancing around on his toes and trying to outpunch Norton in the last round. He is sort of out of gas, and he's resting this round, which means he's content to give this round to Norton, just as Norton seemed to be content to give the round to Ali the round before.
Less than 30 seconds now as Norton continues to punch away. Many of those shots being blocked by Ali as Ali comes back now with less than 25 seconds remaining in round 12. Ali feigning and missing, and Norton missing wildly with a right hand, and Ali connecting with a right, but Norton counters with a left and backs up the champion a little bit, who comes forward once again after the challenger. Less than 10 seconds to go. It's scheduled for 15.
Something's wrong with Norton's eye. It looks like he got a thumb in the eye. Something wrong with his eye.
Ali in his corner, Mercante, Arthur Mercante, the referee. 13. Will it be lucky 13 for Ken Norton, the challenger, or the champion Muhammad Ali?
Ken Norton had his eye worked on in the corner. He's winking and blinking away, tears coming down his cheeks. He seems to be all right now. Ali's certainly no stranger to that feeling. He was blind all of one round.
Good right hand. Good right hand by Norton.
Good right hand by Norton, indicating there's nothing wrong with his eye. He's ready to fight. Ali knows that his title is slipping away. He's got to fight these last rounds. He's in Ali's alley. He's in that causeway that he knows so well. He seems to put himself out on a limb and saw it off and then survive somehow. He's done it time and again. Can he do it this time? Can Kenny Norton take this title? Twice he's faced this man, and twice the results have been deceiving. No one really knows who won those fights.
Well, Ali may win the fight, but he's lost as a prognosticator because he said it may go 1, it won't go longer than 5. And here we are in round 13. They have met twice before. Oh, good scoring lefts and rights by the challenger Ken Norton, and Ali comes back and counters and shows a little respect from the champion to the head of the challenger.
Ali showing the iron that he's got in his jaw. I don't know who could have taken all these right-hand shots from Kenny Norton, who has really been putting a lot of leverage in his punches, has been thumping to the body, and has been landing that looping right hand to Ali's jaw.
They have been going at it now for 12.5 rounds. Neither fighter has been cut, and neither fighter has been to the canvas. And this is their third meeting. The first two ended in a decision. Ali losing the first with a broken jaw, and coming back to win the second.
And showing a lot of fighting then. Ali's fighting. He's keeping these rounds even. They're very, very borderline rounds. And keep in mind that the officials are always impressed with Muhammad Ali. His reputation precedes him into the ring, and it's hard not to give points when a round is even to Muhammad Ali. Let's see if Norton's jinx will hold off, and he can win the title.
Well, they've scored 67 knockouts between them in their careers, but it seems that in 3 meetings now that neither fighter is able to put the other one down. A tremendous boxing match, as you see right there. Ali scoring and Norton smiling and talking to the champion. Ali scoring again. Norton still talking. Norton sticking his chin right out there to the gloves, and the crowd comes to its feet with a great exchange here. Another great exchange. Both fighters scoring.
Ali scoring the most, however. That was a terrific exchange. Now Norton comes on with heavy punching. Both of them scoring very well.
Tremendous action here in round 13, and the crowd loves it. Better than 35,000 at Yankee Stadium, and for one of the few times in the evening they're up on their feet.
Ali holding his own with a heavy punch, and Norton. Oh, what a shot by Norton! A right cross landed on Ali. Ali shook it off like rainwater. We're coming to the end of the round. It is now 2, and the bell.
Well, a big round 13 for Kenny Norton. It's still a close one as the bell sounds for round 14. We are at Yankee Stadium. Bob Halloran and FERDIE Pacheco and 35,000 enjoying every minute of it.
And still, the Norton partisans and the Norton fans think he's got the title in the bag. The Ali fans think Ali's got the title in the bag. And you know what? We still don't know who's winning this fight. This is even right down to the wire. Now let's see if Angelo fights will be heated by Ali. No, he's laying back, and if he lays back and goes back, Norton eats him up. Let's see if he comes to him.
We are in the opening seconds of the 14th round. It's scheduled for 15. Only 1.5 approximately rounds left in this evening at Yankee Stadium. For the heavyweight championship of the world, Ken Ali, the great champion, who first won it in 1964, now in 1976, still remained champion of the world.
Or is this the night that Ali steps into the past? Is this the night that marks the end, the high water mark for Muhammad Ali? Is this the night that he loses his title? Is this the night that Ali steps into the past and New York steps into the future? The riots around New York City have been something out of Clockwork Orange.
Good lad.
But right
Good
now,
by Norton.
We're not paying attention to what's going on outside the stadium. We're paying attention to Muhammad Ali, his crown slipping away. Norton pressing, pressing, pressing.
Ali here doing very little punching. A slight jab, scores with a right. But Norton with his hands up high and his elbows sticking out, blocking most of those punches thrown by the champion. Norton again, rushing in, digging his head into under the chin of Ali, and Ali grabbing and holding on as Arthur Mercati, the referee, pushes them apart into the center of the ring, and back again they go to work. Norton sticking the jab in there, confident, poised, cool, calm, and collected. Ali putting the glove on the head of Ken Norton. No knockdowns in this fight. We're in round 14. A good uppercut by Ken Norton. Scores against Ali as we move under a minute in the next to the last round at Yankee Stadium. Ali missing badly with the right hand, almost falling off balance.
Ali likes to fight the last minute of every round, and here he comes. There's under a minute to go, and Ali has done what Angelo told him, pushed him back. Now Ali giving ground again. When he does that, it's bad news for Ali. Ali must fight the end of the round in order to steal it from Norton, who has obviously won the first part of this round. Now you see there clearly what Angelo says. As long as Ali attacks, Norton stops and looks at it. If they stop and gives Norton a chance to get on track, Norton eats him up.
Well, time running out on round 14. Arthur Mercati, the referee, An evening Neville roundhouse right almost connects to the chin of Ali at the bell for round 14.
If you stop him, stop him. They're trying to steam him up. Come on, give me the mouthpiece. I want you to turn tiger. Turn tiger.
Well, words of encouragement from Angelo Dundee, the trainer of the champion Muhammad Ali, telling Ali, we need the last round. Stop him, stop him. Turn tiger, Ali. Turn tiger, as Arthur Mercani greets the two fighters in the center of the round. For round 15, they touch gloves, and away we go at Yankee Stadium. It's 3 minutes more, and then who will be the champion, FERDIE Pacheco?
Well, we're back exactly to what I call Norton's predicament. He must win the last round. We're back down to an even fight in San Diego when this was duplicated a few years ago. Norton quit fighting, and Ali came out and won the last round. Now Ali's on his toes. That's the formula that he knows will win the last round and let him retain the championship. Norton must have a sinking feeling in his stomach because he knows he cannot get to Ali if Ali dances this last round. Ali knows he's looking for one sure way to win the 15th round. If he wins the 15th, he feels, and we feel in the corner, he can retain the title. Norton knows he's got to come get him. He knows he can't afford to blow this last round.
Either fighter has been down. There have been no knockdowns. They have fought now 3 times. And neither fighter has really been in serious trouble. Neither has been staggered. Neither has been out on his feet. And it looks like this may, and very well, will go the distance at Yankee Stadium. Kenny Norton coming in, and the crowd rises to its feet as Ali grabs and holds it. Mercani pushes them apart.
And the fans at home have to score this last round. Remember, who wins this last round wins the fight. If you scored for Ali, Ali wins the title. If Norton beats Ali to the punch and can hammer him on the rope, Norton is the champion so far with 125 to go. Ali has taken the first part of this 15th round, in my opinion. Let's see what happens for the last half of the round. Ali's still dancing, still on his toes. Norton still doesn't know how to solve the style. Norton's got to trap him on the rope. Ali grabs him. Look at that, the left hand behind Norton's head. Again, he has neutralized the rush of Ken Norton. If he stops in this corner, he's in trouble. He does it. He moves out along the ropes, sliding along and punching all the time he's sliding. 55 seconds to go. Ali's won at least 2/3 of this round. Can he keep it up? Can Norton do something spectacular, or is he willing to just keep coming?
Well, he's running out of time. He's running out of time, Ken Norton, and so is Ali. Here we are, less than 40 seconds now.
Once again, Ken Norton has not been able to solve it. Once again, that elusive title may be out of Norton's grasp. Oh, he threw a haymaker but missed. Ali comes back with a flurry. Most not landing, but big foot. Another big right hand. Another big right hand by Norton. All he did was catch air with those right hands. He's desperate. He knows he's blowing the title. But
another right hand. That one connects, and he misses with a left and almost falls down as Ali pushes him off on the jet. A good right hand catches Ali, and the crowd comes to its feet with less than 10 seconds. Ali holding on. Norton is desperate. 6 seconds, 5. The bell is about to ring to end this fight at Yankee Stadium, and we'll be back with the decision.
Scores the fight, 8 rounds, Ali, 7 rounds, scores the fight, 8 rounds, Ali, 6 rounds,
Muhammad Ali, still heavyweight champion of the world, and in his corner, Norton is crushed.
The former junior lightweight title holder, as they go